There are a lot of things that we cannot control in this world. We cannot control other people. We can't control their actions. We can't control their thoughts. We overall cannot control people. But what we can control is ourselves. We can control our habits, our actions, our thoughts. And this is the only person that we actually want to control, because the truth is that we truly only need ourselves to completely change our lives. You do not need to wait for anyone else to make a change in order for you to make the change. You do not need another person's approval. And if you keep waiting for other people's approval, you will never truly make a change in your life, because you're putting your faith in other people's hands, and other people are not sitting around waiting for an opportunity to make your life great. Because the truth is, we're all busy with thinking about our own lives, our own wishes, and our own future. And this is why you have to open your eyes to the fact that you cannot wait around to make changes for when other people feel like they're ready for you to make a change, or for when other people feel like they're finally ready to support you. This is your life. You make the change as soon as the idea hits your head, not until someone else has understood the values of your ideas. And this whole thing about waiting until you feel ready to make a change is complete bullshit. If you have any thought or just any feeling that you're meant for something more, you're meant to do something specific in your life, don't wait around until you feel like you've mastered up the courage that you feel like you need in order to take the next step. Because the truth is that you will never truly feel ready, because changes are out of our comfort zone. So no change is going to feel familiar to you. You will never feel ready. That's quite literally why it's called a change. It's something new. We are exchanging our current familiar situation to a completely different unknown one. You're never supposed to feel ready because you're doing something new that you haven't done before. How will you ever know if you feel ready when you've never felt this feeling before? There's this one quote that goes, "When you feel scared to jump, this is exactly when you need to jump." You should embrace the fear, because when you start feeling this feeling of being scared, of fearing the next step, it's because you know that big changes are coming in your way. And if you feel like you just can't suppress the feeling of being scared, then you need to completely change your mindset. Because as I said earlier, you can completely control yourself. Let me explain. Did you know that our bodies inherently does not know the difference between fear and excitement, because they both trigger the same physical response? This means that the only thing that determines whether the feeling you're feeling is fear or excitement is your mind, because your body cannot tell the difference. Use this to your advantage. Every single time you start feeling like, I'm really scared, I fear this next step, tell yourself, I'm not scared, I'm just really excited. Why wouldn't you? Your body doesn't know the difference, so you can trick yourself into thinking that it's excitement and not fear. Let yourself decide that it's excitement. This will completely change your environment around, because instead of having negative thoughts about a situation because you feel like you're scared, you will start having happy thoughts about the situation because you have convinced yourself that it's not fear, but excitement. And this will also 100% change the outcome of your situation. Because if you're coming into this situation with fear and negative thoughts, you will act based on that feeling. You will hesitate, overthink, and overall miss out. But if you come into the situation with a happy and positive mindset and the excited mindset, you will act based on these feelings instead. So you will face the situation with positivity, courage, and excitement. And this will make you embrace the opportunities that are thrown into your way. Remember, you are not scared, you're excited. And whatever path you choose in life, there's always going to be something negative about every single path. So do not fear the difficult path that will take you to your dream life. Either you choose to be uncomfortable for a couple years of you trying to experiment with your life in order to achieve your dream life, or you will be uncomfortable a whole lifetime wishing that you took the risks and wishing that you faced your uncertainty with actual actions. And this journey of you failing and failing until you finally succeed is not as bad as people make it out to be. It all depends on your mindset, and of course it will be very tough in the beginning because you finally gain the courage to actually take the risks, and when you do, the results are not like you expected them to be. In the middle of this, ask yourself, have I forgotten about the journey? Has everyone forgotten about the fact that a journey is still a part of our life? It's a period in our lives that we actually live through. It's not just a phase that we rush through, we actually experience this period, we live through it. The journey is where the growth happens. This is where we learn the most. This is where we learn valuable lessons that will keep our business sustainable. How are you supposed to maintain your dream life if you have not been taught anything on the way. Imagine someone just handed you a successful, busy business out of nowhere. I can guarantee you that you would fail. You would not be able to uphold the business. And it's not because you're incapable or you're not smart, it's because you skipped the most valuable process that teaches you how to actually handle the business. And it's the journey. It's the failures, it's the sacrifices, it's you trying again and again and again, failing again and again and again until you finally make it. Your struggle doesn't mean that your success is delayed or that it won't ever happen. Your struggle is your training. Never ever quit just because you feel like it's taking too long or nothing's happening, because when it's the most quiet, that's when it's all building up. Use this calm time, use this failure to advantage. When everything seems to be quiet and calm, take this time to completely improve and learn new things instead of just stressing yourself out. You are going to be the reason as to why you actually fail, because the only time that you can actually truly fail and never get back from it is when you choose to give up. It's when you choose to quit. Every single mistake and failure is a lesson until you have succeed. The only real failure is if you choose to give up, because then the chance of you succeeding will be 0% because you chose to give up. Never ever give up.